Go. Dishy. I see something.
What is it?
It's a series of tubes. It
It's
must be. It's the interwebs.
Oh no.
It calls to us. Welcome to Heroes and Generals Devstream number 30, live from Copenhagen. I'm Reto Gargamel, and with me is Maps Damon, Reto Dishy. Sorry.
There is no resemblance.
There is no resemblance. It's over. We won't say it again.
He's just messing with me.
He's yeah, definitely. And today we will just basically take a little look back at last week. It's going to be a quiet episode, I think, because we are in between a new release and getting ready to show you what's coming in the next one. So we'll be talking actually at how we do map iterations. A little bit more. I think we noticed that you like that topic, so we kind of gotta go more in depth in it. First, I guess I could make a few announcements. If you can load up the this one, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If we can full screen that as soon as the cameraman is ready. There we go. If you look at our forum, look for the changelog thread, the UTS update changelog. There, that one. If you scroll down, you will see there what is in the hotfixes that we deployed on Tuesday. That was. So well, I guess in big fat letters you can see that the 1-day and 90-day memberships were reintroduced by popular acclaim, and also there was this war funds bug which caused some assault teams to not be refunded, the ones that were deployed in the previous war. What we did now is that whoever had an assault team deployed that was still on the map at the end of the last war of the Timoshenko update, they get a full free redeploy. So not just the resources they were missing, actually the resources that they still had, but they also get the resources that they didn't have anymore. So basically you get a little extra if you were still fighting when the last war ended. And also there's a few other little fixes there. We won't really go into details. I guess some of the cities have been reshuffled, as in some cities are no longer major cities. They're just ordinary ones. They've been downgraded. Others have been, I think, upgraded.
I think it's the which major cities each faction starts with.
It's the ones you start with, right?
So Soviet Union is back.
No, but there you go. Liverpool and Rybinsk are no longer. Is it Rybinsk? And on the other hand, Stockholm and Belgrade have been added as major cities. So and there's various other little tweaks. I guess we could say also there's some of them that are written in a little bit cryptic formulation. It's because it's really taken straight from the change logs that some of it is a little bit coder speak. Yeah, so it might be a little bit obscure, but for example, do not carry over war production values from previous war. That basically means well, it's not like an invitation not to carry over. It's what it does. It's basically when a war ends, you will no longer start from where the resources were, the faction resources. It's a set amount. I think at some point it will probably become persistent. I'm not sure, but I think the idea was to evolve towards that, and then because in the previous war it didn't really turn out to be working yet. So I think it's to keep the strategy game kind of functional and not end up with people waiting forever to deploy certain types of So the resources are reset. Actually, wait a minute. And I see that Robotron has posted the link in the chat for you, and I might as well post your straw poll.
Just post it for now. Then
we'll give you this. This is the first time we do this, so now I just posted a link for a poll that you can complete on directly on that website. And what we're looking at is we're going to take another look at the new map, and we're curious to know what you like about it, and what sides of it are more interesting to play, according to you. And
So the question is, which
assault line is your favorite?
Yeah.
Basically, you prefer to play on. So I guess next thing would be to hand it over to you.
To me?
Yeah, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, I was very happy with the release of Forward Airfield. I wanted to come back here and talk to all of you on the internet about it. Basically, the release went pretty smoothly. I think it's a good release. Mostly expected things happened. The user feedback for the new map has been overwhelmingly positive, which I'm very happy about. Been working on it for 3 months, so it's nice to see that people like it. It is currently it's the highest rated map of all the maps. Actually, I can just show you a picture of that. So you see, maybe can you read all this stuff in tiny little letters?
Yeah, I think there.
So these are the average ratings based on or filtered through the map. So Forward Airfield is currently placed atop of the mountain with an average rating of 3.71. Then it's Airfield with 3.61. Mountain Town with 3.60. Town.
And this is average between it's all the player ratings. It's both the winners and the losers, right?
Yeah, it's just average player rating from all the players that rated that map. And Factory at the bottom with 352. So people are liking it. I don't know if I'll stay the top scorer when the news value drops, but for now it seems like people are really enjoying the map, and that's nice.
And the thing with Defender wins, why are we measuring that?
This was actually this is one of the metrics that we're gathering for the iteration, and our metrics lady, Reto Crazy Cat, she's on vacation, so I got Reto Oxen to gather some basic metrics for me. And Defender win percent was one of the things that I was interested in, because I wanted to bring the win percent down a bit, and as you can see, that has not happened. It's up to 70.97. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna have to try to lower a bit in the iteration. So I want it to be around 66% Defender wins.
Because it should be harder to attack.
It should be harder to attack, but 70.97 is perhaps a bit too hard. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm gonna have to look at for the iteration. Yeah.
By the way, wait a minute. I think there's somebody saying, did you see the Devstream with the highest rated game? That's what we showed last time. It bears repeating. Last time I showed you the highest rated game, rated highest by the winners. Actually, we didn't pick the right one. So
when you look at one game, it's not necessarily a good game because it's only one game. But when you look at, as you can see, 1,333 forward airfield battles which have been rated, those kinds of that kind of noise is filtered out. So you can say something, and you can see Factory here is the lowest rated map, and forward airfield is the highest rated map, which is what you'd expect, I think, from. So ratings do work, but it's better when you look at a large data set.
So I'm just trying to follow the chat a little bit. Yeah, people are complaining about the Factory map. It's
yeah,
that's being looked at
Yeah, we're looking
gradually
at how we can do that, but it's super broken. So we'll look at it.
Because if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the oldest. Is it the factory one?
Yeah, it's. Is
it the oldest? It's not the oldest.
It's not the oldest. Town is the oldest, but it has been reviewed more often, so it's more up to date. So when I open up factory, I'm gonna break a ton of stuff, and then I'm gonna have to fix all that stuff before I fix all the other stuff. But I talked to Retoret Bjarne, and he.
That's what Robotron just told me. It's the oldest map that hasn't been reworked. So it's the one that has been revisited. Basically the least recently.
But no, it's no surprise that it's in the bottom.
So because I mean the one of the main things is that if there's vehicles in there, if there's tanks, then it becomes a little bit too like easy to overwhelm the access points.
But we have a focus right now. We have a focus on not fixing up old maps and rather create new maps, because it can take a long time to open up these old maps, and I feel like the community, you guys will enjoy a regular new map more than trying to do like minor fixes that take forever to make. So there's a focus right now on creating new maps and new environments, but we'll get to it eventually. About the user feedback, I have to do some shout-outs.
Okay.
To some video content creators. Master of Ponage made a really awesome walkthrough video from the test server, which I really enjoyed watching. And Shake and Bake, who is a longtime player of our game, he made an awesome video where he's just dominating people with a sniper rifle. I don't even know how he's that good at it, but he really enjoys the map, and it's wonderful to hear some of our longtime players have a positive response. Also, Luftangreifer is also a video that I saw his Uts video, in which he made a joke that he didn't know how we made a new map so fast, that possibly we had Siberian labor camp workforce transferred in, and I can confirm that it's just me working on it. There's no Siberian labor force. I've been looking at videos and checking out the forum, and really happy with all the positive feedback.
So you wanted to, I think, show us a little bit about how, because it's not completely it's 100% done, is it?
No, it's not done.
There's some little adjustments that need to be.
There are some things that you cannot predict in-house, and you have to put it out for you guys to play it before you will understand those problems. And I've opened up a feedback thread on the forum. I can just show that as well. Here you go. Full screen that. See, in the development action game feedback, there's an official forward airfield feedback thread where I read all the posts that you guys write about the map, and the more you scrutinize and the more you criticize, the more stuff I have to do to fix to make the map better. So please get to it. Please write all your feedback in there. I'm not done planning the iteration for rebuild yet. So, and I can actually show an example of how I've already started to address some of the points that were mentioned in the forum thread. So, for example,
what the feedback thread? Can we? What's the link? Is it? Okay, I'll try to get it from here and on my machine.
Okay,
and give it to the people's forum. So do continue.
I shall. No, so in this forum thread, Matt6767 says, it is difficult escaping from the building, the airfield building, when you have 3 tanks camping the doors on one side and camping the doors on the other side, and the only path to safety seems to be making a dash to the river. And Major Xavier says, airfield needs more wooden walls, preferably between O2 and the open field behind, next to it where D-line comes from. And Shinna says, O2 airfield cap could use a fence on the north and west sides to reduce high explosive ease. And those guys are all talking about the O2 capture zone being shelled by tanks, and I've already started to work on some of that. So I'll just show you how it looks now on test. You can see that I've put some crates to block some of the high explosive shell lines that can come from the open airstrip space where tanks can camp out there, and there's no way of flanking them. Because I don't mind tanks high explosive shelling capture zones. I think that's part of their job, but
they shouldn't be able to clean out the entire place, right?
Yeah, they shouldn't be able to. Like, if there is a tactic that is unbeatable, like there's no counter to this tactic, then it's just gonna then there is no game. So I try to remove those places. So if you see more of those places where one class can do their thing with completely uninterrupted, just post that on the forum, and I'll try to see to it. You can see crates and sandbags and all that stuff to try to cover that direction. Most of the other feedback is about emergency spawns, and I also look at those, but I've started looking at those, but that's a little bit hard to show on screen caps. So, but I'll look all of the emergency spawns over. Don't worry. Other than the feedback thread, there's also metrics, of course, as you saw, which we'll use. I have some more metrics here. You saw the metrics on win percentage, balance, and on ratings. And this is metrics on the average time the match takes. And
the time is in seconds, is it?
Actually, the left columns are seconds, and this one, the right columns are the same numbers, but in just in minutes, so that you guys could better understand it. But as you can see, forward airfield is the one that has the longest average playtime, and one of my design goals with the forward airfield was to push the action towards the objectives, and looking at replays, and also you can see just from this that I've succeeded, because lots of games go into the sudden death mode where you have to capture all the objectives, so it goes over time, over 30 minutes. So that's notable. It's also the only map in which the defender, the average time for a defender win is lower than the average time of the match, which means most of the time when an attacker wins, they've gone into sudden death and then they've pushed even beyond. So on all the other maps, it takes most of the attacker wins happens before the timer runs out, but on forward airfield, most of the attacker wins happens
after,
in sudden death. Yeah,
in sudden death. Okay.
And I'll show you some heat maps later about that to see why that is. But yeah, looking at metrics like this helps me understand how the maps work. And then of course I also play a lot myself. I think I have like 35, I've played 35 forward airfield matches since it came out. So to try to understand how does it work, and bad missions, good missions, all that stuff. Yeah, so maybe I should show you a heat map,
Sure. I'm just gonna get back to you in a second.
So there is that that weird thing where the forward airfield is different from all the other maps in that it goes so much more into sudden death. And I've been looking at a bunch of heat maps to see why that is, and I've been able to see that actually the space in between the church and the bridge 01 and 03 is really like the attack will usually advance up to the objectives, and that'll kind of come to a grinding halt, and it'll be stuck in between the bridge and the church. I'll just show you an example of this.
I'll just stop you for 2 seconds because I was reading what the chat was saying, and you know, sometimes they want us to move the topic to something that is more. I guess right now the chat and the forum are screaming about the auto resolve. That honestly, the auto resolve, it doesn't happen a lot in the campaign map. It happens very little, and whatever. But we are actually planning some changes to it, but we won't be able to tell you anything until the actual design. Really, the design is not done yet.
Like me and Reto Gargamel, it's not our job to work on that feature. So maybe we're not the experts.
But what I do know is that this is being the strategy game in general. In the next few updates, there's changes to the strategy game specifically that are coming, because like, we know that in some respects the strategy game kind of fails to be as exciting as the action game. It's not at the same level yet. It's not as, you know, the action game is kind of getting cooler, but exponentially.
We can get someone on the Devstream like
and we could try to force
Reto Vashu or Indus Ninja, like any of those guys can come on here and talk about that, but
scratch the word force.
we can force them.
We can lure him with beer,
but not this time today. And also because we want to talk about, this is kind of like a dev stream where we want to talk about UTS and the map designing process. Not like we'll get to the future features and all that stuff and address those points, but it's not.
So, but we had kind of fun stuff to show.
Oh yeah.
So
back to the fun stuff.
But before you get into the, I guess you have your thing ready. Yeah. I'm gonna just consult
my documents.
Your layout there, because I'm just kind of afraid of kind of missing the opportunity to talk about the cabbages.
The cabbages.
but maybe later. Okay, we'll talk about the cabbages when you show your stuff afterward. Yeah.
Did you know the cabbages used to be destructible?
There you go. You said it. I guess while you prepare this, the cabbages. I really wanted to say something about it before we released UTS, but I mean, it would have been kind of a letdown to say like, oh, the cabbages could have been destructible, but then we realized that it really hurt the performance. So, but yeah, when I was saying before that the map designs are kind of constantly evolving. Sometimes it's just little things, but in that case, the first time I played the forward airfield map, the cabbage patches that you added, they had the cabbages were dynamic objects. You could blow them up; they would fly all over the place. It was pretty awesome, but it was more kind of a joke than something really useful.
Yeah, I made that, and then
it was distracting.
Then performance, a programmer related to performance came up to me and was like, "No, no." But little things that it takes a long time to design a map, and you go through a lot of stages. I just wanted to show this.
Yeah, and I think the thing with the X.
Yeah, I'll show that later.
You show that later. Okay, good, awesome.
Because I just want to illustrate the problem.
Because I didn't see it on the.
This is a heat map. I don't know if you remember from last time we showed the heat map tool. It's basically it's a visual representation of player movement inside the map, and you have green lines for vehicles, blue lines for infantry movement, and red for people dying. and this is a heat map replay of.
Yeah.
Yes, I will full screen. Of the campaign mission on Forward Airfield that lasted for whopping 1.5 hours. So that was a 1.5 hour game that kind of perfectly illustrates the point of the issue that I'm going to show you how I'm solving next. If we go to the beginning, and now I'm just going to play it quicker.
Yeah, I guess I might also remind the people in the chat here. We made a change to this Devstream format. Is that we don't do QA every single time. It's just because we get the same questions over and over every week. We tend to kind of want to bring you fresh stuff, and sometimes what that means is kind of taking a look at what's the newest edition, what's going on in terms of releases. And I mean, when people are asking in the distant future, like, oh, when do we get this tank, this rifle, this, we keep getting these same questions over and over and over. So if you have a question that takes more than one line to ask, if you have a question that you think is interesting, please, there's a forum thread, post it there, and we go through that. We get the questions that we find are relevant, that we find can be answered in an interesting manner, not just yes, no, and that we try to put that into a special episode every month and try to do one long QA session with the game director, who basically has a little bit of all the answers. But here we're going to focus on the map. So this is why, I mean, like the chat is really angry today.
If you have if you have questions about maps,
yeah, I'm sorry about the cabbages. I didn't want to insult you by mentioning the cabbages. If you
But yeah, tank balance and strategy game, you can get people on here that can talk about that, but it's not me. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you have this awesome.
I'll just show you
heat
from
map.
the beginning.
Yeah. So how much faster is 10 times normal speed? Is
it's
it?
10 times normal speed, but let's look at this. So, kind of talking about the issue with the map. You can see on this heat map that pretty quickly, if you look down here, this is the B line and this is the A line. It's a mission that has those two lines. And pretty quickly, the attackers managed to push up to the church from B line and to A2 on A line. And then that probably happens within the first 10 minutes of the game. And this match is 1.5 hours. Okay. And that is because the gameplay, as I said, comes to a grinding halt in between the church and the bridge. So,
where are they respectively?
So you can see attackers are spawning now in the church, yeah, and on the A line, and they're all going to try to take the bridge, but they simply can never take it. And the defenders hold it for 1 hour plus.
Wow.
That's all there is in the game is them trying to take the bridge and the bridge being held.
What about the other hotspots and the houses near the bridge?
There's emergency spawn here, and yeah, but as you can see, it's clearly the bridge that is the central hotspot.
So who gets to spawn right of the bridge? Is it the defenders?
It's when the bridge is being challenged, then the people who have it currently, they can spawn in this house over here. Emergency spawning. It's also one of the issues that I'm looking into. Some people don't like those emergency spawns, but basically that's an issue. That the spacing between the church and the bridge is so far that it can really stop the advance of the attackers, and it's not a bad thing necessarily, because it is probably one of the more fun areas to play in the map. But yeah, we still want to do something about that, and I've had an idea for something like that for a bit. So I'll just show you that. This is also on the test server. I'll show you a picture. So this is an additional capture point that is in between the church and the bridge, called X1.
Did you change the way the wall and the sandbags and all that? Is that?
Yeah, I changed it to be more of a capture point location. But basically, we're trying something completely different, where X1 is not just in between the church and the bridge. It's actually the church and the bridge are still connected with a line. So you can, if you have church, you can still capture bridge, and vice versa.
But this is optional.
But this is an optional point where you can go and capture it to get a forward spawn for infantry.
Yeah. So I guess we could like repeat that again. This is going to be the first map where you have an optional capture point.
An optional capture point, yeah.
I actually do like the idea. It could end up being something that changes the way strategy. Well, strategy tactics are elaborated. So, do you have it as on a diagram somewhere? Or,
no,
or maybe we have the. If you go to the news blog. We don't. Yeah, here. I'm gonna try and load up the UTS airfield. Where is it? Somewhere. I guess one of those will have what we're looking for. This. If we look at the map here.
Oh yeah.
So that X.
I can show
point
you.
Would be
the X point is here in between 01 and 03 in the southern part of the city. It'll also activate more of the southern part of the city, which will also be fun.
Because it's got a lot of architecture that I guess nobody's using.
And it's an architecture that is pretty cool for close combat. So basically, this line is still here. There's just also a line from each point to this house down here. So hopefully that'll be interesting. I think it's gonna offer new tactical depth, and we'll do a test with this to see how it goes. I'm excited to see how that turns out.
I think we have another version of it. What am I doing? This here. Where was the? Where's the post with the map? I think there's a few of those. The airstrip. That's the one we just looked at. Is it?
I'm out of beer.
The bridge. Oh no!
Oh, Jesus, I'll get more.
I think Jesus did wine, not beer, but I'm funner.
You're out of beer too.
I'm out of beer too. That's probably I'm out of fun juice. The overview of the. There was I did have a screenshot of the deploy menu, but I can't find it. So it's not on a post. Oh, okay. It was never posted.
No.
Didn't we have it in the thingy folder? Can you spawn a new folder? And I'm gonna see if it's in.
Cheers, by the way.
Oh yeah, cheers. It's cool. I didn't get any.
Well. Drink up.
Yeah, it's done. It's ready. Derp. So no, I just totally did not. Okay, well, too bad. We don't have a diagram of the town.
I don't.
Okay. Oh well. Well, okay. Well, we kind of pointed more or less where
you can imagine. I'll post it in the forum thread actually, so you guys can see it.
Because I like the kind of concept art that you do for maps. It's really next map you do you have to definitely show some of that again, because it's a fun process to see how it starts as a kind of a comic book style. Yeah.
Maybe I should also post some of those things. It could be fun someday to post those things ahead of time, like before you even know what the graphics of the map is. That's the point. The points. People could say,
"Oh, wait. There you go. Okay, so the thing is that Robotron gave me the map here on my laptop, Now to send it to you, I have to use email, or because it doesn't have Skype on there. But oh yeah, okay. So that or people can just click on it and
click on it if you want to see it
and have a good look. See, all right. This being said, back to what you were saying. So adding a X1 between the church and the bridge.
Yeah, hopefully that's gonna make that fight. It's still an equal fight, but it's hopefully gonna make it easier to finish, so that it's not just an infinite grind or a grind until one team runs out of soldiers.
It's in the folder now.
Oh,
it is in the folder, and it is called. Refresh the folder. What? Twitchy folder thingy. Yes, we're in Twitchy folder thingy. What's it called again? But keep on talking. No, basically, I'm trying to stop that thing from the gameplay flow from going to a complete halt. But I'm very excited to see how that turns out. But the idea is what? So you take X1 because it brings you closer.
It brings you a closer spawn.
And if you don't have the other capture point, the other objective, then you can't use it. Right? It's conditional to you controlling one of the.
Yeah, either the bridge or the
right.
church.
So it's not like a kind of safe thing that you can use.
No, it's gonna probably shift hands all the time.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole tactic of diversion. Are you diverting them by attacking X1 and then rushing a couple guys in to take the church, or that sort of thing, instead of just being a linear meat grinder.
And I'm sorry, don't stop for my sake. I think you wanted to show also. I don't know if you have a screenshot of that, but your bug list.
I actually do have a screenshot.
You do have that.
It's not just suggestions for or feedback for the map.
Okay, I just found it. I just.
But if you see any bugs, you can also post that in the.
There it is.
In the feedback thread, and I'll get to that. Usually,
there it is.
Splixen will look at that thread as well, and he'll turn the things that are bugs into bugs, and they'll land on my desk, and I'll fix them. Just show you a screenshot of my bug list, or a bug that I have that was actually reported by a user. Apparently, there's a floating supply box, which I have no idea how ended it there, but
it's not the first time this happens. I'm starting to think it's something in one of your object placing scripts things.
It's when you start a new map. Sometimes I'll just take an old map and just import it. So I have that basis to work from, and I'll just delete the stuff and move stuff around. And sometimes...
but it's not the first time.
I think that supply box is from the other airfield, and it's just... On that airfield it would be on the ground, but here it's just floating in midair. So this is reported by a user, and then our QA department... Retosplixen, all those guys.
So what they do is basically they go and make sure that it's there.
Yeah, they make sure that it's a real bug, and then they assign it to whoever is in charge of fixing that bug, and they assign a priority and a version, target version for that for that bug to be fixed. So
which is when we can expect to include it.
Yeah.
In the live version of the game.
Exactly.
Right. We do have. Yeah, that's true. We're starting to have a. Splixen is saying something. What is he saying? Oh, the flying bugs. The I don't know if you said who reported. It's Splixen is saying it's Azralumial.
Azralumial. Thank you for reporting bugs to us.
That, yes.
Can't catch everything ourselves.
And he's suggesting, by the way, that we can leave the box there and just plant a flag of Finland in there. Like,
I'll consider it. There are Easter eggs in the map that you haven't found.
flags of Finland.
No flags of Finland.
Suomi, Finland, Berkele.
Maybe that's an idea for another map. Put random flags of Finland.
But we were saying, did you have any other ones of like kind of visual like that, or?
No, this was just an example.
There's some really fun ones, I must say. Sometimes there is the straw poll that we have. I think that the results are probably starting to look like something.
What do they look like? D-line is the favorite one by a long.
Being the one where you go through the forest,
yeah,
and you kind of cross the little shallow the creek, right?
Yeah.
And I wonder if people actually, because I started exploring it, and you can really go up the creek, really. Yeah. But then if you start swimming in there, you're stuck at the bottom, right?
Oh,
it's very steep, so you have to kind of get to the. So, I mean, I don't know if there's actually some fighting around that place, but it's
tanks have been driving around the creek to emerge on the other side and shoot at O3 and down on O2, so Church and Airfield, from like the edge of the forest, and even driving out into the airstrip. But I like D-line as well, but it's a bit shocking to me that another one just voted for it. Jesus, it's a bit shocking that it's so much. Yeah. Sea Line is the least favorite one right now.
I think people they're voting for Finland right now.
Voting.
We got Finnish faction confirmed.
This is a very serious straw poll. You cannot.
You cannot vote for Finland not in this one. But
maybe we should make other straw polls some other time.
Yeah.
What flag should be included in the next map as an Easter egg?
So, speaking of contests, well, I guess well, it's not a contest, but yeah, things where you vote. There was this last week. We didn't get to show you the winners of the Battle Vision screenshot contest, and they are in. Now they are pretty funny. Actually, I've seen this one, Angel of Death. But this one, Chung Sung, backup has arrived. So what's going on in this picture?
Oh shit!
Oh crap! That's awesome.
And they say that it flips too much. Look at that! It's perfect. It's actiony.
It's the right angle.
Jesus.
It would be sad if the guy was like noticed absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he's just there.
He's like, there's something wrong with my rifle. Did you say something?
Crazy Germans.
That's awesome. And this one, I just, it has to be scripted. I don't know, or I mean, not scripted, but you know what I mean. How do you do that?
He's flipped it, I think.
Yeah, okay, he's flipped it, but how did you...
Not that hard.
No, but to have the plane just, just right, just in the middle of... that's pretty damn good.
It's the yak.
It's funny. And this is Wharf, by the way, second place. Yeah. And this one here is... Sorry. Oh, that's so cool. So,
it was safe.
And then this is from what's the guy's name? Rodgut, the last of an elite group. Pretty good. And the wildcard winner is Caboose, Fall of the Pyramids. And
what?
Okay, no, seriously.
There's a bomb.
No. The amount of work that went into this, they should have won. Yeah, I guess it's missing the death element, but
the bomb is about to hit, right?
Is it?
Yeah, one of them is a bomb.
Oh yeah, what the hell?
So they took this picture right before the bomb hits.
Oh crap! That wow. Okay,
it's pretty good. Well done.
Well done. So actually, I mean, well done. We can't zoom in more than that. I can't read the names because I'm old and my eyes are fucked. Mr. No, can you?
No, I can't.
Because I would give a shout out to everybody involved. It's pretty impressive.
MX Tommy Gun, the Dien 800. I don't know. I can't read this either. Alberaster,
Yeah.
Shadowhawk 149.
Can we? Maybe we can do this. And this.
Yeah,
Can you read better? Yeah, like we got Tommy Gun. What's the first guy on top here?
It's called Dawn.
Dawn, yes. Alberaster, Shadowhawk, and Dendine. How do you pronounce that? Boom. Anyway, Dendine Boom. All right, and I guess we have to announce the topic for next time, which is if we go back to it. Next time will be stunt crew. Actually, well, next time the current topic theme is stunt crew. You have until is it the 17th still? Usually it's the 17th. Yes, the 17th, 7 p.m. 17th of May is the last. Is the deadline. And again, maybe just a reminder: the first 3 winners get 2,000 gold. So it's pretty rewarding if you have a lucky accident, or if you're good at setting up crazy situations. So, this being said, what time is it? Oh, we said we would kind of make it a short one.
Yeah,
today, because we have actually a kind of a company meeting thingy.
Yeah,
that's happening very, very soon. And next topic. Seriously, knock yourself out. General Keith is suggesting that you put hair up there. I used to have some hair. Actually, I should find some picture with. It's not that interesting. It's hair. But if you have any kind of creative wig styles, I can't promise any kind of reward. But
it's funny when you look at people in the office. It's I think it's a symptom of game development that people lose their hair. Because you look 5 years back in time, everyone had hair, and now everyone is bald.
It's just a result of working on Hitman. and
I think it's the stress.
Do we have? Wait, what is that? I get a transmission from Robotron. But we don't. They know that the Conchita thing. With long hair. I'll get the link to it because it's fun. I guess I need to share that with
our beer again.
Loyal followers. Where's that? Oh, you got one more.
I got one more. It's the big one.
Yes. From that heroes. Cool. Yes. So, what do you think about the accents that the characters have in that TV series?
Vikings?
Vikings.
I don't know why.
Have you watched it?
I have watched it. I've watched a couple of the first episodes. It's like Americans think that Danish accents sound evil. I don't know. Do I sound evil?
No, you look evil.
but like all the Danish actors play villains, and then they have to do this Viking show, which is supposed to be Scandinavian characters, and they all sound like they're trying to sound evil. It's so weird.
Well, the thing is, like they have this whisper. Like, do you think he prays to the same gods as us? You know, kind of like
we do not talk like that.
We do not. No, it's really weird. I'm looking for a picture, and then we will wrap it up with the thingy. There it is. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna put that on.
The resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah, it's striking.
It's much better than me and Matt Damon.
There you go. This being said, The beer bottle's kind of hiding your radiant glow. We will wrap up this week and say if you missed the beginning, the beginning, I always say beginning, missed the beginning. We were talking about the hotfixes that were deployed this week, about basically how we are evaluating, reviewing basically the feedback from the new forward airfield map. We were talking crap a lot, but not so much as it's been worse. And we will be putting this on YouTube and on Twitch later on. You can follow us, by the way, on Twitch and YouTube, and follow the Twitchers who are streaming Heroes and Generals, live gameplaying.
People are playing.
And by the way, we will not be having a Devstream next week. I just realized that we do have 1st of May off.
Yeah.
Do we?
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Is it? No, it's Store Bededag.
Store Bededag, yeah. So we don't have we have the church holiday, but not the communist holiday, which happened to be the same day.
Basically, in Denmark, there used to be a bunch of religious holidays, Christian holidays, and
They don't.
someone was like, that's too many holidays. The Danish have to work.
Let's mash it all into one.
Let's just make one day. It's called Big Prayer Day.
So
true.
Yeah, Store Bededag.
So we can't show up to work.
So
on Big Prayer Day.
But it's not because of the 1st of May. Because the 1st of May you do work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get there's all these union things happening, right?
Yeah,
but they don't have the day off necessarily. Okay, but we do.
We're drifting.
So we're drifting again. Did I forget to mention something else? No, the videos will be online soon, and we will be seeing you in 2 weeks. Thank you for watching, and thank you for playing.